Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm going to be showing you the studio tour 2025. Once I get this freaking door open, so one sec. And it kind of looks like I'm in a forest or jungle, but I'm in the middle of a freaking city. Alright, so it's a little bit different than last year's tour. Now the tables actually allow me to have some space. Now that I'm doing some VR development, I need yeah, some extra space over there. So here's what I would call the work table. I actually added this a couple days ago. It was on my room, but now there was no use for it. So at least now I can try and fix some electronics. I'm learning, so wish me luck with that. I don't want to get burned. This is where Max sleeps. Those two chairs, I didn't know what to do with them, so they're right over there. So at the right, we got, yeah, this is just 15 kilos, actually not a very heavy weight. If I get angry, I just do a few reps, and that's about it. The play button, as usual, and then all the garbage down there that I need to put together a little bit better. Always my WD-40 needs to be in check. Going up, I have a few boxes with cables and random stuff. A 3D print that a friend did for me, which I found pretty funny. It actually can be opened up, which is pretty hilarious. The RX 5070 box that I added very recently to the channel, and the Black Myth Wukong stuff that the developers sent me. So huge thanks to Game Science. I think it was last year. And other random stuff that I'm not using. This is for putting a monitor up. And that's my AC unit, because in here, if you look outside, it's a very metallic roof, so heat gets all over the place. So this is a tripod I use to record the Steam Deck screen with my phone. It works pretty damn well. Then here, this monitor is a 4K 60Hz monitor. Last year this was my secondary monitor, but now I'm basically selling it. While nobody buys it, I'm using it on my server. In this case, it's a Mac Mini M4, which I got last year. It's been working pretty well. I added a couple USB hard drives, 8 terabytes, one of them. The other one is 4, and it's been working pretty damn well. This computer is something I got from a friend that I'm going to upgrade a little bit, maybe with the 1050 Ti that I have right here. This is the card from 2015, so maybe somebody will get it for that. We'll see. A very cheap build. The VR headset, the Quest 2, is not mine. It's from the place I work at to do development. Then over here, this is basically when I'm doing the streams, when I swap the graphics card. So here's the webcam. And with this webcam, I'm pointing inside the computer. And here we got the 4060, the 5070, which is much bigger, and then we got the 3060 with Iron Man down there, and the very, very cute UGREEN charger that I really enjoy. So yeah, 100 watts is a pretty chunky charger when it comes to power. And up here we got the i5 13500, which is basically the heart and brain of this PC, with 32 gigabytes of RAM, so 2 sticks of DDR4. And up here we got the GTX 1650, which is also being used quite often, at least when it comes to my streams. On the back here, there's a router, quite a few cables, and a UPS. And this UPS is only connected to the Mac, because it uses very little power. So if there's a power outage or something, my server is right there waiting for me. So that's perfect. And if you go under this desk, there is quite a few boxes. This one has a power supply that I'm not using anymore, but it's a backup in case anything goes wrong. Same with the boxes of everything else, like the microphone, air dusters, controllers, and all that. And the main piece of the studio, let me move the mic away from it, is the desktop PC. This is a very, very expensive PC that I got to basically work, edit videos, and do everything. So last year I had a 14900K, but with the degradation issues, it started crashing and everything, so I sold it to someone for a cheaper price, and I ended up getting a Ryzen 9 9950X3D with 64 GB of RAM before DDR5 got super expensive, and the RTX 4090 that was already there. And this capture card, it's actually from 2018, believe it or not, and it's still doing its job. 4K, HDR, whatever you want. So this computer is perfect. It does everything that I need and more. Then here's another capture card, and this capture card actually is also 4K, but with HDMI 2.1 and 100% VRR compatibility, but sometimes that doesn't work great. A few controllers, the Xbox Series controller, a mouse. Yeah, this is the G502X that I use on the benchmark computer. Then when I'm using the Steam Deck or working, I'm using the MX Master 3S, very, very comfortable. When I'm gaming, sometimes I use this other mouse that is super light. It's called the Super Light Pro. So yeah, Logitech is basically the biggest monopoly in this country. Another change from last year has been the microphone. So this is an Elgato Wave 3. And personally, I didn't change my microphone for a while because it was fine. It was a Yeti X. But now with this mic arm, basically USB-C and much better software, I really went with the Elgato microphone, and it's been a game changer, at least when it comes to editing audio and speaking to you guys in real time. This avoids clipping completely, so I swapped to that one, and it's been way better when it comes to audio, at least for me. It made my life way easier. Then headphones, I have the XM6, the Sony XM6. I got them very recently. I come from the XM4s, which were fine, but these ones were really tempting, honestly. So I got them as soon as I could. Then I got this other dock. It's a JSOX dock, very simple. Here's where I connect my Steam Deck. And the main thing, at least in my opinion, is this monitor that I got recently. It's a Samsung Odyssey G8, 4K 240 Hz. I know it's overkill, but honestly, now that I'm doing lots of work here, this 32-inch monitor is being perfect, and now that I have a good enough graphics card for it, it's an OLED display, fantastic colors. I rarely use HDR though. It's a little bit broken when it comes to Windows, at least in my opinion. And then when it comes to webcam, I've been using the Tiny 2 Lite from OBSBOT. It's been fantastic, 4K, 30 FPS. I don't really need more than that from a webcam. Another great addition when I was getting the microphone is this key light. The Elgato key light is very bright. I can make it super bright. It's kind of crazy how bright it can get. Because, well, when it's daytime, the light comes from my right. It's super dark, usually my right. And from my left, I have this window, which gives off a lot of light. So this one has been perfect. This is one of the new things from last year as well. And then to the left, I have my older monitor that was before this one. So the monitor to the side now is the M28U. This was my main monitor for a long time. And now, so yeah, my former side monitor was this one, but again, I'm using now that one. And again, this one is kind of overkill. It's 4K 144. For a side monitor, it makes no sense, at least in my opinion, but it has way better colors than the 4K 60 Hz one that I had before. There's also like this way when I need light at night. Then another thing, this controller is horrible. It's a Hori controller, Steam Edition. And while it looks nice, it's actually very cheap feeling. I mean, it feels super cheap. When it comes to the plastic, doesn't have rumble, but it does have Steam Deck buttons, which is what I got it for, but I was expecting way better quality, so don't buy this controller, it's garbage. But I have it right there. And then one of the other additions is the Stream Deck Plus. So what do I do with this? Well, this is Stream Deck. It's not a Steam Deck, it's Stream Deck. And I control the intensity of the light doing this in real time. And I can also control the exposure of the camera, of the webcam, right here. Also the volume and how loud the microphone is. And I have shortcuts for OBS and my different presets to record Steam Deck, to do a live stream, to open iCat, to do visual comparisons. So there I opened OBS. There I am, hi. And yeah, I'm in my pajamas, the Simpsons pajamas. So if you want to see it, there I am. And one other thing I forgot to mention, the keyboard is an MX mechanical, like last time. 3 devices, so when I'm streaming to type, I use 1. 2 would be the PC when I'm doing the benchmarks, and 3 would be the Steam Deck. And it works fantastically well. Battery lasts a few months, I think. And I have a lot of stuff here on the back of my Stream Deck to put SD cards, USB-C stuff, or connect stuff to my computer. It's been pretty damn useful, not only for the shortcuts, but also for the, just having chargers and stuff. Double-sided tape, lots of random cables. Yeah, it's very difficult to cable manage in here. But as you can probably notice, it's also the power supply for my monitor, and a lot of USB extensions to connect, for example, a mouse, a keyboard, and I want to have the receivers very close to me. So basically, when I connect any of these 2 computers, the receivers are right next to me. And that's basically how I do it. So while we're here, let's see the back of the computer. What's connected down there. It's very difficult to see, but I'm going to try my best. So the capture card is right there. One of those cables goes to the Steam Deck, to the dock, and then it goes to this computer. And then on the other capture card that is right next to this controller, this is the one that I use to record my computer. So one cable HDMI goes from the benchmark computer to that capture card, and by a USB I connect it to the main computer, so it's basically the computer Santiago or whatever it says. And now the tour is basically over. I'm back at the window and there's the door. So very, very simple. I really don't need much in order to get stuff going. It's been improved quite significantly in comparison to last year. Now I'm basically just trying to do my job and at the same time do YouTube. I really enjoy doing both of those things, but it takes a lot of work now that I'm doing developer stuff. As you can see, I'm in my pajamas, so YouTube ain't the main thing, but I'm trying my best to do Steam Deck content and also, well, try to get my job done as well. Now that it's December, at least at the time of making this video, I'll be having way less work due to the holidays. So I'll be able to stream more often. Hopefully when you see this video, I'm already streaming or something every day, which is what I wanted. But due to this job, plus YouTube, plus technical work that I do, I'm able to now afford more stuff. That's why I have a better monitor, as an example, and the better CPU and all that. And the 5070, at least for a testing card. And that also includes the equipment like the microphone, the Stream Deck, the lights. All that has been very helpful. It was not mandatory or necessary, but it was much better to get stuff done quicker now that I have way more limited time. Just don't look at the boxes and the cable mess. And this is the 3D printed revolver that my friend gave to me. As you can see, it even can be opened and there is fake bullets in there. Of course, this is a prop. It's not real, but it does have some motion to it, which I found pretty funny. That's why it's basically just in here on display. So yeah, that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick tour. It's been a very busy year, but thanks to you guys for supporting me. I've been able to keep up, do more streams, try to get stuff more comfortable in order to be able to get those videos out faster. But so far, it's been pretty good. Next year, I'll probably be moving out with my girlfriend, so the studio for 2026 is probably going to look very different, but my equipment will be there with me. So let me flip this around. So yeah, probably next year everything that you see here will be somewhere else, but I'll still have my trusty computer and monitors and lights and stuff. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys, thanks for watching.